Who is Justlogan? Justlogan is love, he's light, he's joy, he's an artist. He floats somewhere in between your social norms and not giving a, you know what. I just love to create. Music is something that has always been a part of my life, so I've kind of always been in music. I come from a musical family, a lot of instruments I grew up around, a lot of vocal abilities I grew up around, which has kind of helped sharpen what I do. Some of my musical influences outside of my family are Tina Turner, Prince, Little Richard. Those are just to name a few people. Those three have a big impact on who I am as an artist and how I express myself. Tina Turner, in specifically Tina Turner. I'm gonna tell you guys a quick story real quick. When I was little, I used to stand in front of the TV and I used to perform What's Love Got to Do With It from beginning to end. My grandmother used to cut up my shorts so they have like little shingles on them, like when I dance. And then they act like they didn't know I was gay. Since music has been a part of my life since I can remember it, I have been doing music for a long time. I will say that I started taking it seriously probably around 2014 is when I decided that this is something that I actually want to do full time. Ever since 2014, I kind of have been pushing towards that goal for music to be my full-time job. Due to the fact that I was a personal assistant for 8 years to A-list celebrity, I had the privilege of being in so many rooms that I can't wait to get back to. I've had the opportunities of being in movies with Adam Sandler and Jennifer Hudson. I've had the opportunity of going to the Grammys already. I've been to the Oscars. I've been to a lot of events as a plus one. And now I'm just ready for my time to be the ticket. I want to say Logan on the nameplate. That's what I'm looking forward to, Logan on the nameplate. Ever since I decided to step out on my own and do my own thing, I have received nothing but love and many blessings that have fallen out of the sky. I had the privilege of writing with these group of individuals. Verse, Excellence made the beat to this particular song that I'm speaking about. We wrote this song a while back and then it kind of snowballed into something totally out of my control where here I am, it's on Jay Ivy's album and John Legend is singing the lyrics that I wrote. Like I still can't believe that. And the album ended up winning a Grammy. So to go from working for somebody else to finally stepping out into your own dreams and going on your own path and your own journey to being a Grammy Award winning writer, I mean, I feel like I did a good job. I've had the opportunity to be a part of this musical organization called So Far Sound.
You are what she's got, you are what she's not. You're praying for greater, but your arms still don't quite.
Which has given me a lot of opportunities. I've had a few recorded shows with them, which has helped with produce content. I also had the privilege, oh my God, y'all. I had the privilege of performing at the Prince Experience. Chicago had a Prince Experience, and So Far Sound put on a show there. I was able to do a Prince cover. I did, what cover did I do? I did Doves Cry. Did like a little stripped down version of it, you know, something a little soft, you know, a little subtle.
Just leave me standing, alone in the world is so cold. Maybe I'm just too demanding.
That'll be a moment I will never forget because Prince is definitely one of my musical influences and my musical father. So it was almost a full circle moment for me to have, you know, have somebody that close to me musically wise and then be able to perform in a space dedicated to him and sing one of his songs. It's still surreal for me. Another amazing opportunity I had was to perform at the House of Blues.
Oh, like London rain. Yeah, days fall like London rain.
There's a company called Next Showcase, which is really good for Chicago artists, and actually they're branching out all over the place, so not just Chicago. But they granted me an opportunity to be able to perform at the House of Blues. Which is something that is like, who does not want to perform at the House of Blues? Like that's like on, I feel like every artist's hit list on places to perform. House of Blues, Hollywood Bowl, which I will be there one day. All of these places. So yeah, I've had the opportunity to do that. That was amazing. The song on Jay Ivy's Grammy-winning album that I participated in is called Running. It has J. Ivy, Slick Rick, Excellence Made the Beat, John Legend, and then, of course, I wrote it. So that was just an amazing experience to be able to add that to my list of accomplishments. Playing the guitar is not something that I have always done. It is something that I've always wanted to do ever since I was a little kid. I've always been driven to the guitar. I just never have taken the steps to learn. And I decided to pick up the guitar one day because I did a show and I was singing and the band was playing in the wrong key. Long story short, it taught me that if I can set the tone of my own shows, then I can have more control over things. So which made me kind of think that, oh, you need to pick up an instrument. So that's where the guitar came along. I got my baby. Her name is Jade. I got her and we've been rocking and rolling ever since. I get asked a lot what genre of music I do. And I really almost hate answering that question because I have had the privilege of experiencing so many different types of music. I mean, in high school, actually from grade school through college, I was doing classical music. I've sang opera. Of course, growing up in a church. That's a big part of my foundation. And then, always loving rock and roll. I told you guys before, Tina Turner, that's my girl. So rock and roll has always been a part of my life as well. So I kind of try my best to capture all of the things that I have learned and pull from different tools of and different genres of music and put it into my body of work. So if I had to classify my art, I would say that rock soul would be a great way to describe me and my artistry and what I bring to the table. I think yeah, rock soul. Fashion is a big part of my life too. I love fashion. It's always been, something that has been a part of me. My family is very glamorous. We love the clothes. We love to shop. Some of my biggest fashion influences, some of them kind of run hand in hand with my musical influence. Of course, Prince is not only a musical influence, he's definitely a fashion influence, of course. Now I got to take y'all back. Let me break down my musical family tree. So we have my grandparents, which are Little Richard and Tina Turner. Those are my grandparents. And then I have my parents, which is Prince and Naomi Campbell. And then I only have one sibling so far, and that's Rihanna. And then I have my host of aunties and uncles, my uncle Andre 3000, my auntie Grace Jones. That's my family tree. So all of those people kind of encapsulate who I am as a person, from fashion influence, from musical influence, to just being good, open, vulnerable people. One thing I had to learn when I stepped into my artistry on myself was to make sure that I'm always being vulnerable and transparent. I feel like it's very important to entertainers in general, regardless of the field that you're in. I apply it to my music, I apply it to my writing, I apply it to my styling, I apply it to my acting. Everything that I touch, I try to enter into a space of vulnerability because I feel like it resonates with people when they can feel you're human. So that's something that I always try to make sure I captivate is vulnerability. Some things that I have not done yet that I can't wait to do. I can't wait to perform with an orchestra. I already have my set list already set out. I know what songs I want to do and everything. I already got the wardrobe figured out. I can't wait to step on the Grammy stage for the first time as myself. I can't wait to get back into the spaces that I was in as a plus one as just myself. Those are things that I'm looking forward to doing. Some collaborations, dream collaborations. Miley Cyrus, Andre 3000, Aerosmith. Tina Turner, like, come on girl, let's get it done. Those are just a few. There's so many other people that I would love to collaborate to, but those are like the ones that come right on top of my head. From a writing standpoint, I would love to write a song with Brandi Carlile. I love her writing style. Diane Warren, I love the way she writes. SZA, my God, I love the way SZA writes. She is an amazing writer as well. Those are some writers that I like. I love the way they write. I love the way they tell stories. Oh my God, Chris Stapleton. Okay, yes, got to do something with Chris Stapleton. I just feel like that would be a moment, right? Like a moment. Actually, let's add him to the people I need to collaborate with too, outside of writing, just in general. I need to collaborate with Chris Stapleton. Chris Stapleton. Yes, let's figure that out. My favorite song to perform, it normally is my song Jade. I feel like it's the first song that I wrote that I actually felt like I found my voice and I found a good vulnerable space to be in to write. So I normally say that song, but I did just release a new song. It's called Got to Go. And I think that I feel like this is about to be my new favorite song to perform. So that may be giving Jade a run for his money. Like that close second, maybe tied. The best advice I can give anyone is to show up as yourself. That is something I struggled with growing up, and it's something I'm very proud that I conquered in my current age. Mind your business. I'm glad that I conquered that because it helps me navigate the industry, navigate life in general, just showing up as myself and being unapologetic about it. What's next for me? I truly do not know. I kind of just roll with the punches. Things just kind of happen. So I just welcome them with open arms, and I just make sure that I'm prepared for whatever is next. That's what I do. Continue to prepare myself, continue to work on my craft, continue to grow my craft. So whenever what's next is now, I'll be ready for it. My creative process varies. It really does. It depends. Some songs, I'll sit down to write a song and I can write it in one swap. 10 minutes, I'm done with the song. Some songs, all I have is a lyric or all I have is an idea, and it takes months to manifest into what it's going to be. I've had songs that have taken me 2 years to write. I've had songs that's taken me 5 minutes to write. So it kind of varies as far as like my creative process, but it all stems from an emotion. Like whether it's an emotion that I pull from myself, whether it's an emotion that I'm using my best friend's story, or I'm using a stranger story that I heard talk on the train. I pull from a lot of different places to create what I do. My intentions with my art is to hopefully make someone feel seen. I feel like what I appreciate about musicians, my favorite musicians, they make me feel like I'm seen, like I'm not alone in my sadness, in my joy, in my happiness, in my sorrow. I feel seen. I feel like I have a friend that can identify with what I'm going through or what I have been through or what I've conquered. So I would hope that with me writing from a vulnerable space, that somebody can listen to a song that I produce or that I write and go, wow, like he gets it, you know? He feels what I feel. So I would hope that my art creates a space for people to feel seen and loved. I get asked this question a lot, which I think is great because it shows we're moving forward as a people. People always ask me my pronouns, and my pronouns are he, him, bad bitch. I am those are seriously my pronouns. If people ask me that, that's literally what I tell them. My pronouns are he, him, bad bitch. I feel like I embody all of me, my feminine energy, my masculine energy, and they kind of all just like come together and then they make me. So I have this thing. I don't have fans. I don't call them fans. I have coworkers. I consider the people that support me to be just as much as a part of the team as I am a part of my own team. I appreciate all of the people that pour into me, whether it's buying a single, whether it's coming to a show, whether it's just commenting on a post on Instagram. It's all appreciated. So I'm thankful for all of my coworkers, and I can't wait to make them proud. My name is Justlogan, and this is my EPK. If you're trying to get in touch with me, you can always go through any of my social media handles. They all are the same. Sincerely Logan _ that's on Twitter, that's on Instagram, that's on TikTok. I think those are all the social media platforms. Bye.